Hello everyone, so in this video we'll be talking about file uploads. So one of the misconceptions around GraphQL is that it does not support any file uploads, or it's not very good at supporting file uploads. We'll try to show you in this video that not only it's a piece of cake doing file uploads, but also it's very similar to the way you do it with REST. So without further ado, let's start, and we'll again go to our first stop, that is the schema file, and we'll create a mutation. So remember, we are doing all of this in type mutation. We are not in query anymore. We are doing all of these CRUD actions except fetching, which is done by query. Everything else will be done in in mutations. So okay, so we'll just start with this and we'll say upload, since we have okay, so upload speaker photo, and looks good. So let's accept the suggestion. So upload speaker photo, and what you require is the ID, because obviously you are going to upload the photo against a particular speaker, and I'm going to show you in the custom resolver how we are going to use this. And then there is this photo which is of type upload. So upload is something that we need to actually import. We need to actually use import here, and for that we will actually go and by the way, I have uploaded all the code till now, and all the upcoming code also will be uploaded in the Laravel repo. I'll try and post a link in the video description. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the documentation, and we'll go to the upload, and we'll see how the upload scalar works. So basically you need to add this upload scalar. Unless you add this upload scalar, it can the upload will not work. So we'll copy this from here and we'll simply paste it here. So as you can see, the scalar upload is being imported from the New Wave Lighthouse schema type scalars upload, just like date and time, datetime. Sorry. So upload is covered now. So you'll see that the rules that apply are: it should be required, it should be image in a max of 2048. We'll get rid of these for now. Actually, we'll get them on a line of their own, and we'll comment them out for now. So let's start simple, and we'll come to the validation part later. So what happens is we need to actually create a custom resolver. So custom resolver is something where you need normally, I mean, you can think of it as, something that comes into effect when you need to write some custom logic, so something beyond CRUD really. So CRUD is basically just done out of the box, but if you want to do something different that needs kind of like a controller a controller where you can actually write custom logic, you need to actually do a custom resolver. And we will go again to the documentation. Why I'm referring to the documentation is that this is something that you should be referring to every single time. Like you should not get into I mean, watching tutorials is not everything. So tutorials can give you some basic stuff, but if you want more details, I always say that I'm a documentation developer. So the best place to kind of learn anything is normally, I mean, if it's like if they have if the documentation is good, normally the first thing, your first stop should be the documentation. Maybe some of the stuff you should understand first and then go to documentation, but then once you get the ball rolling, I think documentation, and especially like PHP Lighthouse documentation, is really nice. So, okay, so I couldn't find the command. What I'll do is I'll just do it here, and basically what you need to do is, this is at the end of the day, this is a mutation, and you need to actually create a mutation, and you need to name it the same as the name of the of this mutation, so so that it knows what it's covering. So upload speaker photo. So what will happen is, this will actually take you to this will actually create in the app folder, this will create a GraphQL folder, and it will create a mutations folder, and there it will show you the upload speaker photo mutation. And this is basically kind of like something that we call a custom resolver. So basically this is actually resolving your this is actually to implement the resolver. So basically this resolver is going to, now here we are going to write the logic, and the first thing that we are going to do is, obviously we are going to say file and args file. So why we're using args here is because args is the arguments that's being passed on from the schema file. So id and photo is the args, and like, because it's not named file, it's named photo, we're going to use photo. So the next one here is going to be speaker, and speaker we are going to find using the args id. So it does not, the speaker is not there, so we will import this. So speaker is imported, and like speaker find args id, and then what we're going to do is we are going to get the path by doing file, and we'll use store publicly. So if you notice, this is eerily similar to what we are doing in store publicly, and we will probably, like, public speakers. Okay, and we'll use local here because that's the, so using local here, specifying local here means that you can also use other options. So if you come to the file system, you'll see that the default is local. That means that this is basically going to use the local disk and save the files locally. In simple words, we are going to have the file here. So so this is what we'll do, and then we obviously need to update the speaker. There's actually, if we go to the speakers speakers table, you'll see that the photo, there's a field named photo that we need to update. So what we're going to do is we are going to say speaker update, correctly lengthy, and okay, so the photo we are going to update with path, and then we're going to return the speaker. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So what this is going to do is, this is going to get the file from the photo argument, and then it's going to get the speaker from the ID, and then it's going to get the path by storing the file in the public folder in speakers, and I think let's add another slash here. Okay, so slash public slash speakers, and then local, and let's also run this command sa. That is an equivalent of php artisan, and let's do storage link so that we can easily see the files. So as you can see, the public storage folder has been linked to storage app public. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to, for right now, since we don't have a UI, so it'll be difficult, kind of testing it with a photo or putting together a UI. Just to, in the interest of time, we'll do a couple of things, and those things are actually specified in the upload documentation again. And we'll go to uploading files, and okay, so this gives you, actually if you come to this one, this actually gives you all the details. So you need to import this, and then you need to write the custom mutation, and then you need to do the resolver. Like you can see here, it is uploading the clean upload, so we're going to upload it in the in the speakers folder. We're doing it in the speakers, right? We're doing it in the public speakers folder. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to acquire file locally. So this is going to just have it's just going to create this file, and it's going to have the test content in it. There's something that we specify here, and we're going to try and upload the file to using this mutation, and we'll see how it goes. So I actually tried this before, and I wanted to make sure that this is this works first time around. There's actually quite a few changes a few small changes that really you need to make in in the example that's specified here. So if you try this example, it will not work because our mutation is different, so we need to make some changes. So this is basically a curl request to localhost GraphQL, which is our GraphQL endpoint, and this is running a mutation, and it's specifying what are going to be our arguments, ID and photo, and then we are going to use the upload speaker photo. We are going to use ID and photo with the name of file. So this is basically, you can also specify this as photo, and you can also do photo here, but this should be fine. And then we are returning the name of the speaker. So that's all that we want to return, because this is a command line. We don't want to overly complicate things. So variable is ID is 1 and file is null. Now we're going to provide the file here, and so let's run this command and let's see what happens. Okay, now it's giving us an error, and let's see what error it is. The error is that no directive found for mutation. File. Okay, so I'm surprised why this was added. I think there's all this discussion about AI and everything. We should not accept everything, and we should scrutinize everything properly. So we need to make sure that this is the correct form, and basically it should not be mutation, it should be upload. And upload, we are also going to specify, we can also specify the field as photo. Okay, so let's give it one more go, and we're going to get another error, I'm sure, but this time around we're going to see what the error is. And I think most of you might as well have guessed it, but yeah, I hope we don't get another. Okay, yeah, that's the error. So add photo to the fillable property to allow mass assignment. So basically what's happening is we're updating in this mutation here, custom resolver here, we are actually updating just the photo. So we need to actually specify that on the speaker model. We need to specify it in the protected fillable array. Some people also tend to do protected, what was it? Protected guarded null, and protected guarded, and um, an array. It's okay for demos and everything, but it's not a good practice. I always use fillable, which is the best practice to do. Which is the best practice to have. So we might as well later in the application, we might as well update others one by one. So we can do that. Otherwise, we can just keep it a photo, and that should work. And let's give this one more go. Okay, so the first user, if you go to, if we connect the database again, you'll see that the first user is, sorry, first speaker with the ID 1 is Margarita Jones. So it says Margarita Jones. And if you look in the photo, this is, you're actually going to have the path for the file in question. Now we are going to go to public folder, and I'm going to go to storage. Okay, no, sorry, this I will go to actually storage, app, public. Here's the speakers, and you'll see the file in question starting with pk and ending with wz. You'll see this file here. So there's the file. So that's that. Basically, what's happening is like that's so since in the absence of a UI, we've actually uploaded a text file. I think we could actually do the same with an image file. We can bring in an image here and change the curl file, and I'll try to actually paste the curl file as well, because that's it's going to be a pain writing probably for most of us. So that's pretty much it. So that's as you can see, it's uploaded. So if you go to the file system, as I said in the beginning, I mean, I'll just give you a hint on this, but you can use the public disk as well, and that will actually be better. You can do that. You can also use S3. If you're using DigitalOcean, you can add it here, add the respective driver for it, and use that as well. So you can literally use anything just like you do with REST, and it's this simple. So the gist of it is that with CRUD you don't really need to do anything, but if it comes to something specific and you want to make sure that it is um, you want to actually write some custom logic, you can actually do a custom mutation. You can create a file with PHP Artisan lighthouse mutation, and then you can name it exactly as the one here in the upload speaker photo. So the same mutation, so this actually automatically matches. So, and then you can, from the command line or from your UI, you just write, I'm going to try if we can do something with Vue 3 and Apollo as well, and try to kind of show you further down the series, if the interest persists, how we can upload the photos. So please feel free to comment if you have any questions, and do like the video and do subscribe to the channel. I'll keep posting other stuff besides GraphQL as well. So if GraphQL is not your thing, if it is still not your thing, but yeah, please do subscribe, and let's stay in touch. Thank you.